Yeah, what's up, guys? And today I'm gonna be talking about why Yakubu Dogara returned to APC after leaving back then in 2018 to contest for the seat of a representative in the House of Representatives in Abuja in the Tafawa Balewa Federal Constituency of Bauchi State. So, according to Dogara said he returned to PDP because he returned to APC because the PDP where he left, he was in PDP before, then he went to APC, right? And then left from APC back to PDP and now back to PDP again. So, and Dogara said PDP is corrupt, that's why he's joined APC. APC is corrupt, PDP is corrupt. But one thing I want people to know about in this on this issue is that Yakubu Dogara and Saraki, they have always been working hand in hand with Buhari during the 8th National Assembly, the 8th Senate, the 8th the 8th Senate and the 13th House of Rep, right? But I can't remember the counting. But the 8th National Assembly, what's the name? Yakubu Dogara and Saraki, they've been working hands in hands with Buhari so that they can subdue and reduce the power of Tinubu. Tinubu has been dominating the party, dominating the control of the country ever since 2015 when they co-won the election. But the point is that since this happened, Tinubu has been troubling everybody, trying to take everything to himself, trying to take the leadership of the party, trying to take the leadership of the National Assembly, of which what's the name? Of which Saraki and Dogara, they took the back door to retain what actually belongs to them, right? Because from the inception of APC, the NPDP faction, which is the Buhari, the Saraki-led faction of PDP, who broke away from PDP during Jonathan's time, they joined APC with the agreement that they will be controlling the legislatives. But after the election, Tinubu was trying to shove them aside and take the control of things. I seem to be shouting, right? But there's noisy. I don't want to miss this video. So Tinubu tried to shove them aside and take control of things, but there's nothing anyone can do about that. That is politics. In politics, somebody tried to dominate and subdue others so as to be taking all the benefits alone. But I think Buhari actually did what is right. So he tried to let everybody who has worked for him to become the president to have whatever belongs to them. So since Tinubu is the one that is betraying the agreement first, so they joined hands together to break Tinubu's power between the years 2015 and 2019, but they couldn't break it very well. And eventually, actually, the likes of Saraki and what's the name, who lost their seats, Saraki, Dino Melaye and others who lost their seats, they've already known that they are going to lose their seats. Of course, they already know that. And that was one of the reasons why, yes, that's one of the reasons why you never see any altercation between the NAS and the executives during the 8th Senate. In case you don't understand, I know this might be confusing. Let's start from the appointments. Anybody that has to do with security agency, someone like this Lawal, is it Lawal Daura or someone? This guy who headed the DSS between 2015 to 2018. Is it? Yes, I think to 2018. Yes, before Osinbajo sacked him as the acting president. They tried to use this guy to shove the Tinubu name aside, and also use this guy to back up Saraki, because the Tinubu faction in Ilorin or in Kwara State, they usually stone Saraki whenever he go home. So based on his friendship with the president, he was using the DSS to protect himself. Dino Melaye and others were also using DSS to protect themselves against the evils of the state governors incited by Tinubu against them. the Yaya Bello and Tinubu, Yaya Bello and Dino Melai saga. So from that, and another example is the appointment of Magu. Magu's appointment wasn't actually, Magu was Tinubu's anointed candidate, and due to the raging power of Tinubu back then between the year 2015 and 2019 in the party. So, and the fact that, yes, in the party, what's the name? Buhari couldn't really say no to whatever Tinubu says. So he tried to use the likes of Saraki to what's the name? To disqualify Magu, whom he never wanted to appoint. But Saraki and others were unable to get the job done, because Tinubu and Magu, they opted for the acting chairman of the EFCC position, and things went as it went. So now it is 2019. Buhari don't need Tinubu for anything anymore. He can afford to lose the support of Tinubu over anything, right? He has gained the loyalty of most of his loyalists. One of the people who can actually fight for Tinubu to death, Oshomole and Ajimobi is dead now. May his soul rest in peace. Oshomole has been impeached as the chairman of the Senate. So the point is that they are trying to get Tinubu annihilated. They are trying to ostracize him. They are trying to take everything that has to do with the power away from him. It's not that Buhari actually wants to do anything to him, but Buhari is just trying to do justice among everybody who has supported him back then in 2015 and 2019, so that anyone doesn't appear to be cheated. And Buhari is trying to paint the Fulani and Hausa superiority, or the Fulani and Hausa supremacy, that it is not for cheating people, because they are going to need other tribes, the Igbos and Yorubas, and the North Central, the Middle Belt, the South, and all these people. They are going to need them in 2023. So Buhari is doing his best to make himself look like I'm not trying to cheat everybody, right? All these appointments, we divided it and we shared it how it has been agreed and how it is politically right. So that is what Buhari is trying to do. So that's why he has called the likes of Yakubu Dogara back, so that they can be, working things together. And another thing is this: Yakubu Dogara was once the Speaker of the House of Rep. The fact that Yakubu Dogara is once the Speaker of the House of Rep, they have taken the party away from Tinubu. Like I told you, they are trying to take everything that serves as power from Tinubu, right? So they have taken the party away from him. The party is what he's been using to do gra during the election time. So now they are trying to take the legislative from him. They have sided Osinbajo to one side. They have sided him to one side. So what they are trying to do right now is that they don't pack Osinbajo to one side. So they are trying to take the legislative from Tinubu as well. Ahmed Lawan is a Tinubu loyalist. Gbajabiamila is a Tinubu loyalist. Ahmed Lawan is trying to be neutral at this point in time. He is not trying to appear like, I'm on Tinubu forever side. Gbajabiamila is the die-hard, I stand to the end point man. They can see is the Gbajabiamila is the I know they hear what type. Tinubu till I die. So they are trying to annihilate him. And that's one of the reasons why they are trying to use Dogara. I'm not saying Dogara is probably necessarily going to be the speaker, and he might end up becoming the speaker. But they are not trying to say, okay, Yakubu Dogara is actually going to become the speaker, but they are trying to use his knowledge in the House of Rep, his mileage in the House of Rep, and his experience over years in the House of Rep, and also his 4 years experience as well as the speaker as the speaker of the House of Rep, to host and remove Gbajabiamila. That is the number one reason. Forget all this whatever. Well, So we have to watch out for what is happening. I just said I should hint you guys what I've deduced from that incident. So Yakubu Dogara is back to APC now. So, and also that's one of the reasons, you know, it wouldn't make any sense if they try to use someone who is in PDP and front him to be the speaker. Of course, it's not going to make sense because it doesn't belong to the majority or the incumbent party. So that's what they are trying to do right now, and you are going to see this unravel in the next 3-4 months. So like I said, so unless Farouk Lawan wants to lose his seat, whether Farouk Lawan wants to lose his seat or not, he's an Hausa man now. We already know how Hausas used to do. They used to do their own thing in a paddy way. Now we thing. So the legislative will be taken away from Tinubu unless Gbajabiamila compromised or Gbajabiamila tried to sit on the fence. But if he doesn't, or he decide not to do so, Gbajabiamila is going to be hoisted, and Tinubu is going to be politically lonely, and there's nothing he can do about that. The only way is if Tinubu can look for a way to destroy Buhari politically and take the powers away from him, you know, while he return him to that Buhari of 2015, 2016. No, the Buhari of 2017, 2018, Buhari of 2015, 2016 doesn't give a shit about Tinubu, who Tinubu is. It was only when the election time was coming that, you know, that Buhari tried to soften his pedal, tried to remove Oyegun, the Oyegun that was nominated by Tinubu. Buhari snatched Oyegun's loyalty, and Oyegun was working for Buhari. Tinubu discovered this, and he started vexing about this, and he wasn't cool with it. So he decided not to offer Buhari support in the 2019 election until Buhari allowed him to make the choice of his favorite person as the chairman of the party, APC, where he nominated or anointed Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole has now been removed now, so the Gbajabiamila also will be going. So, and let me tell you, Lawan is trying to be neutral. I can tell you right now for free that if Lawan is not neutral, or he decides to do any strong-head, Saraki is coming back as the Senate president of the... Sorry, Saraki is not coming back now. Saraki is not in the Senate. Actually, Saraki's case is still in the Senate. Dino Melaye, is still in court. Dino Melaye's case is still in court. So anything can happen. This is Buhari's regime. Everything that Nigerians never thought it could happen has happened severally. So this country is now a wildlife. But no matter what, we Nigerians will still be laughing. So that's what I said I should hint you guys about. So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about what's going on in the political arena again, and as well, I'm gonna be dropping a health tip video on Thursday by the special grace of God. Today is Tuesday, so in the next 2 days time, I'm gonna be dropping a health tip video. That's it. And tomorrow I'm gonna be talking about another issue, another matter arising in the political sector and the political arena. Thank you. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment your thoughts.